Okay, so today's question is, what is the true purpose of this infectious disease, or this thing, that the virus? Okay, so basically these are the cards that I pulled out. Okay, so let's go and have a read. Okay, so first of all, these are the three cards that I pulled out, and I am getting the feeling that the virus is actually a trap. Okay, now how does that work? I'm just reading the cards. Okay, so we'll just see what the cards say. Now, first of all, we have this black cat here. The black cat now, as of May, it has eaten 3 bowls of cat food, and there are 2 more bowls left. That's a lot of cat food. So by the month of May, 60% of the food has been completed. There are 2 more bowls left to eat. Okay, so yes, so he's looking at the calendar. Now is the month of May. He's thinking, so at that time, 2 more bowls have to be finished. So 2 more bowls, could that be another 40% more? Okay, so May, 60% of the agenda has been completed. So he looks very satisfied. Now, on the other hand, here you have the orange-haired cat. He looks very alarmed. So if you see here, the orange-haired cat realizes that there is a bowl of fish, okay, near him. So basically, this fish bowl is actually the reward. He is very near to the reward. Whereas this fellow here, he is just eating his cat food. Of course, he thinks that he has, he has everything, but the prize is actually near to the orange-haired cat. Okay, so the orange-haired cat is now realizing how near they are to the prize. And whereas the black cat here, they don't realize how near the bowl of the fish is near to the orange-haired cat. So he has 2 more bowls to finish. So what I'm seeing here is that this black cat is being very greedy. It's being very greedy, okay, and it intends to finish all of the cat food in order to finish its agenda. But it doesn't realize that in doing so, it is becoming heavier and heavier. And as you eat too much, you become sluggish. So it doesn't realize that. So basically, it is the black cat which is letting its guard down. Now, the orange-haired cat here, on the other hand, doesn't realize, now he hasn't eaten anything yet, he doesn't realize how near the reward is. Okay, and at the same time here you have water rushing through. The water has been spilled. This is the Temperance card. So to me, what it means is that the plan has already started and there is nothing to stop the plan. Okay, now at the same time here, okay, so who gives the bowl of the cat food and as well as the fish bowl? And I am getting the feeling that it is this behind the scenes. It could be a military power, or it could be some kind of extraterrestrial, or it could be some kind of a universal force. They have set the trap. Okay, so the trap here is basically aimed at the black cat. Now here for the orange-haired cat, there is a sense of urgency that they need to move fast. Okay, that they need to move fast. Okay, then going on to the next phase here. The next phase is these 3 cards. Okay, so these 3 cards, as you can see, this cat would be the same as this cat. Okay, so here this cat, what it's doing is, this is the 4 of Wands, it's just smelling the roses. There is this sense of there is no sense of urgency, but rather it seems like whatever this cat has set out to do, the plan is already in full swing. And this could be represented by the Temperance card here, by the Temperance card. So this orange-haired cat, it could also be the military, or it could also be, president, the one with the orange hair. Okay, so here you have a feeling and energy of being relaxed because knowing that the plan is taking place. Okay, and then after that, this is the card in the middle, which is the Queen of Swords. And then we also have the Devil card, which is the dog here. Okay, so here this basically represents us. So here what happened is that we are sitting on the red chair and we are looking at the clouds and the birds. But one thing though, we notice that we are not chasing after the birds, after the clouds. We're not chasing for information because we realize that these birds and the clouds is actually a wallpaper. It's not real, okay? This is the Queen of Swords. We have come to the realization that the stories or the narratives is not real. It's all just wallpaper. And which is why this is the devil, which is the dog. Now this dog is owned by this cat here. Now this dog here, you have a purple leash. The purple leash here, it represents authority, power or authority. So the power or the authority is owning this dog. Okay, so which is why you have the purple leash, which also corresponds with the color of the floor here. So basically this so-called devil or the dog belongs to the black cat. Now this dog, it is barking at us, but as you can see, we are unperturbed. We're not disturbed by the barks. Why? Because we have come to realize that, you know, it's all the clouds and the birds. We're not going to go chase after it because it's all just for show. It's just all a wallpaper. Okay, so whatever now, you know, they're going to bark the negative narratives and so on, the fear mongering, but we're not falling for it because we know that it's all just a bunch of, you know, shenanigans. It's all not true. Okay, so that's why the bark doesn't affect us. And that is why perhaps this is the military or perhaps this is the universal force. We feel that our plan is carrying on as planned. And there is no sense of panic here. The only sense of panic, if you can call it that, is this one. And that is not really a sense of panic, but rather a realization of how near the reward is. Okay, that means the finishing line is so near and we didn't realize it. Okay, or, you know, this orange-haired cat does not realize how near the reward is, but at the same time he must still act quickly because there is a rush of water coming in, so he must still quickly take his reward before this rush of water push away the bowl. And this is where you have the military or the universal force, which is watching these two scenarios. Okay, but basically for him, he is really watching him. Okay, and this guy, this black cat, is getting to be very sluggish, very overconfident. Okay, so then after that I pulled out 3 more cards. Okay, so this is going into the future. This is going into the future here, and we get this Hanged Man card. This one also represents basically the general public, those who have been stuck up in the tree for so long because of this prolonged, forced, where we need to stay indoors and we cannot go out, the lockdown. Okay, so because of that we are worried, but so it's like it will take some time for the people to let go of their fear. Okay, so right now they have this fear. They have been stuck in the tree for so long that it's going to take some time for them to get down from the tree. Okay, so they do have a look of fear up here. So all this while we have been stuck up in the tree. Okay, kind of like in that sense, even though you have this lockdown, but in a way it is also helping us. Yes, even though it is detrimental to the society, is detrimental to our businesses and our minds, but at the end of the day we are kind of like helped by it. ironically. Yeah. Okay, so here we are stuck up in the tree, and we have a look of worry. So we are scared, okay, of this whole situation. But eventually we do come down, and when we do come down, we have these bowls of water where we can drink out of. So basically, and as you can see, there is this fence at the back. So that means we do eventually get down from the tree, and when we do get down, we are given some kind of a sustenance. Okay, so, and as you can see, some of the cats here looks a bit injured. Okay, so some of us would be injured, and some of us, I think we have turned away from these dark forces, okay, from the black cat, okay, or there would be some who have turned away from the darkness, and in order to join, that means they are rescued as well. Okay, so sustenance is given after the prolonged period where we are kind of like under this lockdown. So eventually we do come down from the tree, and we are saved, and we are given sustenance. And eventually what happened is that going forward, there is this period where we take back our rightful place in the society, and then we thrive, and then there is prosperity. Okay, then after that, yeah, so the thing is, there is this kind of, this cat seems to be setting up a trap, okay, for the black cat, and yeah, for the black cat. So the thing is, the trap here, it would involve the so-called virus. So the question is, how about those people who took the needle? Well, so these are the cards that I took out. For those who take the needle, I am getting this is the Six of Pentacles, okay? There is this sense of balance, okay? So it's like we are hanging in there. Yeah, we are hanging in there. We look a bit bloated for those who take the needle, but we are hanging in there. Things are still being balanced, okay? And then after that, for clarification card, I have these two cards, okay? So the thing is, for those who are adversely affected, I am getting the feeling that it is a temporary situation, okay? It is uncomfortable, but it is temporary. There will be help on the way. And as you can see, this is the Queen of Wands. So basically, this cat is the same as this cat here, where this is those who are not worried or who do not fall anymore for this narrative. Okay, so here you are. So this is the same cat, and as you can see, this is the Queen of Wands. Now in the oven, there is this logs burning. So basically, these people who did not fall for the narrative, but were still cautious, did not fall for the narrative, what they do is they do help out these people who went for the needle. And the help here is in the form of something which is natural, okay, something which is from nature. And yes, and with that, it can be used to help these people. And also here, at the same time, we also have this other card, which is the Tower card. So as you can see, to help out those people, there are two cards which is flanking this card. One which is the passion or the wanting or the desire to help out these people, a natural wanting to help, you know, your fellow brothers and sisters. And this is where the natural medicine comes in, okay? And at the same time, on the left, there is the Tower card. So what I am seeing is that this is the pharmaceutical industry where, you know, it goes through a breakdown, okay? Lightning is striking, and basically the lightning is really loud, and this is where it scares the cats off this tower, which is based on the pharmaceutical industry. So going forward, what happened is that more people would be relying on medicine which is nature-based instead of on the pharmaceutical industry. And as you can see here, you see the public which is jumping off the establishment. They're no longer falling for this. and so they are jumping off the pharmaceutical industry establishment. Okay, and what prompted them to do so is once again something in nature, a lightning, something which is really loud, very sharp, very loud, sharp noise, which is telling which is scaring these people off this, or telling these people to get off relying on this pharmaceutical industry. Okay, so yeah, so basically that's the whole story for what is the true purpose of the virus, is basically as a trap, basically. Okay, we have to draw out these people. Okay, and at the same time it is to help this person realize that the reward, or yeah, the reward is very nearby. He has to take quick action before the bowl gets washed away by the water. And once again, it is this powers behind the scene which is setting the bowl for him, so he doesn't realize it, but this bowl of the cat food that he is eating is actually a bait. Okay, so that's it. And yeah, so this is us here. So basically, I think we are coming to a time where we are no longer disturbed, or we are no longer bothered or affected by this dog barking, because we know that it's just the wallpaper, it's just shenanigans, just stories only. Okay, that's it. Thank you.